Hi, my name is Luis. I'm going to perform my cola test today. My first step is my governor cutout. My governor will cut out before 140 psi. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sit there and make sure that my pressure on both gauges is between 75 and 80 psi. So I'm going to pump it down. Okay, I'm going to turn on the vehicle. And all you're doing for this step is you're going to accelerate to 13 RPMs until your governor cuts out. My governor has cut out. My primary is at 126. My secondary is at 123. That was a good test. Step 2 is my governor cut in. My governor must cut in before 100 psi. So all I'm doing for this step is I'm going to step on the brake one time until the needle stabilizes, and if my governor does not cut in, I will press the brakes one more time. Okay, my governor has cut in. My primary is at 104. My secondary is at 105. That was a good test. My third step is my 4 to 60. I will not lose more than 4 pounds of pressure in 1 minute. For this step, I'm going to accelerate to maximum pressure. Check to make sure it's in first gear. Turn off the engine and push both of my parking brakes in and wait for the air to leak out. Okay, I'm gonna press and hold this brake until the whole step is done. Wait for the needles to stabilize. Okay, my primary is at 100 psi. My secondary is at 100 psi. My minute starts now. Okay, my minute is over. My primary was at 100. It is now at 100. It lost 0 pounds of pressure. My secondary was at 100. It is now at 99. It lost 1 pound of pressure, and that was a good test. My fourth step is when my low warning light will turn on. My low warning light must turn on between 55 and 75 psi. So I'm going to turn on the key, wait for all the lights to clear up on the instrument panel, and then I'm going to pump until I see my low warning air light turn on. Okay, My low warning light has turned on. My primary is at 73. My secondary is at 74. That was a good test. And then I'm going to turn the key off. My fifth step is my pop out. My brakes must pop out between 20 and 45 psi. All I'm going to do for this test is keep pushing my service brake until both of these valves pop out. Okay, my trailer air supply popped out. My primary is at 27. My secondary is at 25. That was a good test. I'm gonna keep pumping until my parking brake pops out. Okay, my parking brake popped out. My primary is at 18. My secondary is at 8. That was a bad test. My sixth step. I will check my parking brake by moving the vehicle no more than 15 feet, no more than 5 miles an hour, and stop by applying the parking brake. Turn on the vehicle. Check for neutral. Make sure that both of the brakes are out. While the pressure is building up, you're going to ask your instructor if he would like you to perform your in-cab inspection, so which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start off with my emergency equipment. I have my 3 reflective triangles behind my seat. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged and ready for an emergency. I have my fire extinguisher behind the passenger seat. It is always in the green zone. The safety pin is in. Regardless of its color, I will always get it changed every year. I have my fuses in my glove compartment, ready for an emergency. I have my seat belt. It is not cut, torn, or frayed. It latches and latches properly, and my nuts and bolts are secured. I have my door. It opens and closes properly. The hinges are not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal welds. I have my window. It is not cracked, broken, or damaged. There are no illegal stickers, and it is properly cleaned. I have my mirrors. They are adjusted to my rear view mirror. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged. I have my seals on my mirrors. They are not cut, torn, or frayed to prevent vibration. I have my mirror brackets. All nuts and bolts are properly secured. There are no illegal welds, and they are not cracked, broken, or damaged. I have my windshield. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. No pits. It is perfectly clean, so I can have a clear view, and there are no illegal stickers. I have my wiper blades. The nuts and bolts are properly secured. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and no illegal welds. I have the rubber on my wiper blade. It's not cut, torn, or frayed, so it can clean my windshield properly. I have the seal on my windshield. It is not cut, torn, or frayed to prevent leaks. I'm going to start with my instrument panel. I have all my gauges. The glass is clean and not broken. I have my water gauge, which should be no more than 200 while the vehicle is on. I have my oil gauge. This should not be between lower than 30, no higher than 60 while the vehicle is running. I have my tachometer. This shows me when to shift gears. I have my speedometer. It tells me how fast I'm going. I have my fuel gauge. It tells me how much fuel I have, but I will always check with the dipstick. I have my primary and secondary air gauges that tell me how much air I have in my tanks. I have my voltmeter. This should be between 14 and 16 while running. I have my engine brakes, my fifth wheel release valve, and my interaxle differential switch. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. I have my trailer air supply valve and my parking brake valve. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they are properly secured. I have my cruise control switches that are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. I have my AC panel. It has 4 speeds. It has heat, AC, and defrost. My power mirror switch, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. Windshield wipers, not cracked, broken, or damaged, properly secured. Interrupt lights, regular lights, panel lights, and utility lights. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. I have my left turn, my right turn, my 4-way flashers, not cracked, broken, or damaged, properly secured. I have my steering wheel. There's no grease or oil on it. It should not have more than 2 inches of play on a 20-inch wheel. I have my steering wheel tilt control. It is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. I have my clutch pedal, my brake pedal, and my acceleration pedal. There is nothing under it on the floor that can cause an accident. I have no oil or grease on my pedals. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal welds. I have my stick shift. It is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and no illegal welds. My air lines are not cut, torn, or frayed to prevent leaks. My boot is properly secured and mounted. No cracks, no breaks, and it should not have any type of holes to prevent poisonous fumes from entering the cab. And that is my in cab. I'm going to accelerate until I hit max pressure. Okay. I'm going back to my 6th step where I'm going to be checking my parking brake by moving the vehicle no more than 15 feet, no faster than 5 miles an hour, and stop by activating the parking brake. So I'm going to put it in first. Push both my valves in. And just release the clutch.